we're building a rover to help to educate people, probably in industry, to say, oh my God, this is going to affect me, and I better start planning on how I'm going to deal with this. So this AI that we're building is a great way to get people from zero to somewhat of a good level of knowledge on very complicated subjects. And then once they get to that level, then they talk to the Rachels and they talk to people who can take them that last mile on whatever the topic or issue is. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say time saving, but it's a way to scale getting people from zero to a certain level of knowledge before they then actually interact with humans on a face-to-face basis, to kind of get them that last mile to whatever that last mile is, whether it's greenwashing or DPP or their trip to Bali or other things that we've been working on with our rovers.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that that humans come in and then look at the very fine nuances, because I mean, inside of sustainability, inside of what we do, even in our domain of product and fashion, there are like nuances per location, per fiber, per component, per system. So I don't know, can you capture all of these nuances, or would it be that a human would then come and help the companies to adapt?
I would say with the depth of data right now, like data engineering and what AI can analyze and tabulate in seconds, if you train it to capture that nuance, it can definitely capture that nuance, and it can translate that nuance to the level that an everyday person who is just starting their company in India can understand. It can translate it to that depth. So that's the beauty of AI, but it's also that it takes a lot of, this is very similar to a kind of grassroots effort what we are doing with the Spaceship AI. So it's all these tiny droplets that make the mighty ocean. So we have had a talk before, Rachel, where we talked about how sustainability is really tough. It's not that easy. All the concepts, all these nuances are like really, really tough. That's why it takes immense expertise to go from talking the talk to walking the walk in sustainability, to be actionable and impactful. And that's our aim as well today, to take this really, really complicated stuff and to take these really immensely talented sustainability experts and get their help to translate this into a way where they can empower everyday people to make an impact in sustainability.
And I think I'm always kind of like how do you dumb it down for someone like me? It's like if I go on ChatGPT and say, write me a paper on something, it'll do it, right? But I better read that and edit it and look for the flaws. Like some of these situations where some lawyers turned in a brief written by ChatGPT that involved a bunch of mysteriously fake cases. They got caught. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So that's what the state of the art is if you use the AI that's out there. What we're trying to do is get it to that next level. It will probably never be and should never be as good as talking to you on the areas that you have of your expertise, but we're trying to get it close enough so that we can get people up to a certain level of knowledge and of just understanding, again, to where they can then go ask other questions to real people if they want to.